Hello everybody, today we are going to create a custom scheme for Roblox inside of Gimp. Let's get started. So the first thing you'll need is obviously a template that we're going to import into Gimp. I'll link the one I'm using in the description. I'm using the 2024 Chevy Camaro. Next, what we're going to do is find a car. I'm going to be using this one as a reference. It's Kyle Busch's number 18. And this is the Gen 6, but we're doing it in the Gen 7 template. So I'm going to use his number 8. We're going to create a new image as well for testing logos if needed. Alright, let's first start by getting the number, and we're going to do that by going to this website where it has all Cup driver number cards. I'll link this in the description as well. But we're going to go to RCR because that's the team Kyle Busch is on, and select Kyle Busch. Now we can scroll through and just find one that I think work for this scheme. There are a lot of options to choose from here, so go ahead and pick any one that you want. But personally, I think I'm going to use this one. This one would also work, but I'm just going to go with this one. So what we'll do is click on it, then right click and save as, and then download this image. Now that that's downloaded, what we're going to do is go to remove.bg. You can see I've been working on some projects here, but we're going to just select this image, and we are going to be able to remove the background with ease. I'll link this in the description as well. Alright, so go ahead and select your driver card, and you'll see it'll just take a moment, but it will remove the background from your image, leaving us with the number. It did take a little bit too much, so what I'm going to do is just adjust the cutout, go restore, and then just work on this so that way it becomes the full 8 that I'm looking for. Once you're happy with that, download it, and then we're going to go back into Gimp, and now it's time to actually design this scheme. So what I'm going to do is add in a new layer. This will be the background color, and will be the main color of the car body. Drag this below the template just so that way it stays below. And now we're going to open up our M&M's logo in our blank logo testing image, just that way we can copy the color without having the logo being in the way right now. It came in a little big, so what I'm going to have to do is we're just going to scale this down. Alright, and now that it's scaled down, we'll go to the paint bucket tool, and then click on our black color that we have by default. Use eyedropper to select this yellow. Next, we're going to go back into this, and on the background color, use the paint bucket tool to fill in yellow again. Alright, this next part is about the design of the car, and we need to get some M&Ms on here because that's the main design on this car. So we're going to go back into Gimp, and then I've already downloaded some of these beforehand, done the background removal, but you can go onto the web and just find some images of singular M&Ms, red, green, and blue, as it is on the car. So that's what I did. I went ahead and downloaded those already. So now I'm going to drag in whichever one is on the bottom layer, which is green. Now, this is below the template, so it won't be showing over anything. We're going to rotate this though and bring it and scale it down and put it on the car about where it's supposed to be. And I think that's good. Just adjust it until you get it how you want it though, because this is all about you. Once we get that in, we're going to go ahead with the next color, and that's red. This came in way too big, so we're going to scale it down and then rotate it. And just move it to the correct spot again. And this one has a little bit of rotation, and actually the green one does too, so we're going to have to rotate both of these. That just that way it looks more accurate. Just be careful. The template can move sometimes on accident, so just make sure you line it up correctly. Lastly, we have our blue M&M that we're going to put on top of these. Just make a little room for it. Then we can go ahead and put this blue M&M in the correct spot. Scale it down again. And this one is a little bit flat, so we're going to just put it, we want it, move it above, so that way it's above both of these, and then just adjust it to where we want it. Yeah, I think that's looking pretty good for the hood of the car. We still got a lot more to do. I also want to go off of this scheme and put the blue M&M on the side where the numbers can go. So let's go ahead and get that as well. And then this still has the M in the middle, so what I'm going to do is just cover that up by using the paint dropper tool, and then just go over it with the brush. That looks more accurate. Yeah, that looks great. Now we're just going to adjust the position as it kind of goes up onto the window. That should be good. And you can continue to adjust the M&Ms as much as you want throughout this if you're following along. If you're making a different scheme, that's also okay. You can just skip ahead to Roblox part of this, because the rest of this is just going to be me adjusting everything on the design. But I would recommend sticking around because we do have a part that gets the design of the car onto both sides. But in the meantime, I'm just going to keep adjusting some of these M&Ms, bringing in some of the actual characters because they look really good and they're also on our reference. I have the blue, not the blue, sorry, the red, the green, and we also have the orange for the side of the car. Let's give it a little rotation and put it behind the red one. Then we can also add in the orange one because we definitely have enough room. Again, scale it down. Just be careful with how much you're scaling stuff, because if you scale it too short and then go to scale it up again, the pixels are not as clean. Just trying to avoid that gas tank. But yeah, I think that's about good. Alright, now we can bring in the 8 to put on the door of this car. And just again, we got to scale this down. And I'm going to put this right inside of the blue M&M because that's how it is on the car. I think that looks pretty accurate. Just scale these down a little bit because in the template it might come out looking weird on the actual car. Yeah, that looks good. We can also add in our roof number, which is just the same, but just placed on the roof. I believe we also have one more. Yeah, we can do the M&M logo. This is going to need to be scaled down a lot because I got a very big one. Yeah, that's still huge. Bear with me here. Just gotta adjust this a little bit. This will just be put on the back of the car right here. Target place. Don't make it too big though, because it might warp over. But I think that looks good. You can see that there's also an orange M&M right there. So let's go ahead and get that one in as well. Now the orange one, it's kind of between the hood and the door, so we'll put it so that way it's on both. And then we can just add a few more smaller logos here. The DeWalt one is one that's on the side of his car as well. And I think it was on like all of his M&M cars. So just want to get that in as well. Again, don't scale it down too much because you see the pixels just completely disappear. Place it about there. Alright, so now you might be wondering, how do we get this? Oh, we're going to also get the Rowdy on the door of his car where they put the driver names. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to delete that layer, and then we're going to bring in our Rowdy. Oh, that one did not do the background removal, so let me get that real quick. So we'll drag this in now. And then on the door of his car, it says Rowdy, doesn't say the energy part, so we can box select that, just erase it, and then scale down this R to be the size of the Rowdy logo. That's good. And now, when you do something like that, you're gonna have to anchor it, so just find the right spot, and yes. Alright, now we're gonna scale this down and put it on the door of the car. Again, be careful because you got to click on it exactly and don't want the pixels to be too small. Now what we're going to do is transfer one side of the car to the other. We're going to drag this line down as a reference from the very top, and we're just going to put it in the very middle of our car. Then what we're going to do is take some of these logos and all the design elements and just take it. We're going to press copy and paste it, and then shift F to flip it, and we're going to flip it right over that line. So copy and paste it, flip it horizontally, and then click on the line to click it vertically as well. And that will flip it to the other side of the car. Just make sure you do this with all the design elements that are on the side, and make sure not to do the hood ones because the hood is in the middle already. There is no other side to flip it to. Alright, so now our scheme is coming together. Let's get the back and the front done. I'm gonna put some more logos in here. We'll do the M&M's one on the back. And then we can also take our 8 driver card and put it up there as well. Again, make sure you scale everything down. I believe I have something else, but we can copy and paste this, put this on the front as well. But yeah. Alright, let's add in our yellow M&M guy now to put on the back of this car. Now, this is a custom scheme, so I don't know if this is actually on the back of the car or not, but I want it to be. And that's why I'm going to do it. Scale it down just so that way we can fit more of him, and then just put him to the side. I'm just going to put some of these M&M overflow onto the front so that way it looks more realistic and that the M&Ms are actually coming down onto the side. Alright, so once you have a scheme that you like, what we're going to do is export this as a PNG file through Gimp, and this will export out. And now we can go to roblox.com and go over to the Create tab right here. Sorry, my computer's so slow, but then we're going to go to the left-hand side and go to Creations. Once under Creations, go to Development Items, and then go to Decals. Then we're going to upload an asset. And this is why you have to do it as a PNG file, because if you did it as what the default one was, it's not actually going to show up. So do it as a PNG, and then name it something simple like 8car, just so that way they don't flag you for copywriting someone else's name. Then we're going to press upload. And now this will take a few minutes to review, but once it's done, you're going to go over to images, not decals, images, and click on the 3 dots and press copy asset ID. Now you're ready for the track. One more thing that we need to do really quick is go back to the images tab and then click on our 8car once it's finished, and then scroll all the way down and make sure that under about privacy, make sure that it's set to open use. If it's on restricted, set it to open use, or else it'll become gray when you open it. Next, what we're going to do is go to Roblox, open up Pumudega, and then once we load in, this just takes a minute, we're going to spawn the car that corresponds to the template we use. In my case, that's a 2024 Chevy. Open up the paint brush and paste in our scheme ID. Now we're able to see our completed scheme. Hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you'd like more, please like and subscribe to show your support, and I'll see you in the next one.